Good morning to all. Today we will discuss about the mechanical property of the solids. What do you mean by solids? Solids is a rigid body. It is a rigid body. What do you mean by rigid? Rigid means all the particles are tightly packed. All the particles are tightly packed. So, solid means a rigid body. Rigid body means all the molecules, all the particles are tightly packed. So, we are going to study about the mechanical property of this solids. So, first one is elasticity. What do you mean by elasticity? I think everyone know about rubber band, right? When we pull the rubber band, what will happen? It is expand. So that is we are applying some force to the rubber band. When we pull the rubber band, it is expanding. So when we releasing that, when we removing that force, what is happening? It is regaining its original shape. So when we applying some force, the shape, the dimension, the shape or size of the size of the solid changes. Size of the material or shape of the material is changes, and when we removing that force, it is regaining its original shape. So regaining its original shape. When we applying the force, it's changing its shape. When we removing that force, it is regaining its original shape. This property is called as elasticity property. I think everyone clear about what is elasticity property. So here we are applying some force, right? We are applying force. That applied force is changing its shape or size. It's changing its dimensions. It's changing its length or whatever. Changing its shape or size. That force is called the deforming force. Deforming force. The force required to change its original shape. The force required to change its original shape. The force applied is called deforming force. Another one is restoring force. What is restoring force? Restoring force means when we removing that deforming force, when we release that one, when release the rubber band. So when we release the applied force, it is regaining its original shape. That force is called restoring. That force required to regain its original property, some original shape or size. That force is called restoring force. That force, what force is required to regain its original shape. So here in elasticity, three terms we studied: elasticity, deforming force, and restoring force. Next we are going to study about the plasticity. What do you mean by plasticity? Plasticity is just opposite to elasticity. Here in elasticity, what we discussed, actually after releasing the deforming force, I mean after releasing the applied force, what happens? It regaining the original shape. In plasticity, it won't regain its original shape. In elasticity, it regain its original shape after removing the applied force. In plasticity, it won't regain its original shape. So for example, If we break the glass, if we break the glass, we applied some force and we are breaking some one glass. But if we apply the same force again, is it possible to reform, regain the original shape? No, that is that property is called the plasticity. Suppose simple example is plastic. We know, everyone know about plastic. If we pull the plastic, what will happen? Yes, some plastic will expand. But if we release that one, it won't regain the original shape like a rubber band, right? So that is plasticity. So now I think everyone clear about the elasticity and plasticity. Elasticity and plasticity. Next we will discuss about the stress. What do you mean by stress? Stress is the perpendicular force per unit area. Perpendicular force acting per unit area. The force acting per unit area. So stress is a vector quantity. What is a vector quantity? I think everyone we studied in the previous classes what is vector quantity and what is a scalar quantity. So vector quantity, that means it is having both magnitude as well as direction. Vector quantity means having both magnitude as well as directions. So stress is the force acting per unit area. What is the unit of stress? For that we will derive. What is the unit of force? We all know the unit of force is Newton. What is the unit of area? Everyone studied in third, fourth standard itself. The unit of area is meter square. So unit of the stress is Newton meter square. What is the unit of stress? Newton meter square. So what is stress? Stress means force per unit area. Force acting in per unit area. So we will discuss about different types of stress. First one is longitudinal stress. First one is longitudinal stress. Second one is volume stress. Third one is tangential stress. So first one is longitudinal stress, second one is volume stress, third one is tangential stress. First we will discuss about the longitude. So different types of stresses. So longitudinal stress, volume stress and tangential stress. Here how it will change, how we are applying the force, in which way we are applying the force, whether it is longitudinally or whether it is volume wise or whether it is tangentially. What do you mean by tangential? I'll tell you. First we will discuss about the longitudinal stress. See, first four letter long. Long means what? It explains the distance. Long means distance. So in distance means what? How we define the length? It is in meter or lengthwise. So longitudinal stress means it depends on length. The applying force through length. Applying force through length. Applying force through length. So longitudinal stress, here two types of length can increase or length can decrease. The increase in length is called here two types. One is compressive longitudinal stress and another one is tensile. What is compressive? Compressing means we all know what is compression. So it is decrease in length. Compression means decrease in length. Tensile means the just opposite, increase in length. Compressive means decrease in length. Tensile means increase in length. Then rubber band example, what it happens? Tensile stress, right? That is the tensile stress. We are removing that, when we remove that deforming force, what will happen? That is, it will coming into, when we are when we are applying the force, it is tensile stress. It is increasing in length. So, in longitudinal, two types. One is compressive and another one is tensile. So, it is applying the force through length. Next one is all-in stress. All-in stress is just we are applying the force through length. We are acting the force through length. Applying the force through, all-in. All-in. Okay. Next one is tangential. This is applying the force tangentially. This is applying the force tangentially. Applying the force tangentially. Tangentially means it is angle wise. It is angle wise. It is not lengthwise. It is not all wise. It is angle wise. Tangential stress. So these three are the main stress we are studying. So one is longitudinal stress. Second one is the all-in stress. Third one is the tangential stress. Tangential means, see, this is one book. If we apply tangentially, see, I am applying sidewise, I mean angle wise. So what will, we are not moving the base. We are not only applying the force to the top. So when we are applying the force, it is moving forward. It is moving forward. So some changes in the angle is. So such type of stress is called tangential stress. So next we will discuss about the strain. What is the strain? So we already studied in the stress. When we applying the force, some changes is happening, right? First, the original length will be, if we applying the force or longitudinally, the lengthwise, the original length will be different, and the changing after applying the force, the length will change. So some changes in the length. So strain means change in the dimension. I mean here dimension means length, volume. Change in the dimension divided by original dimension. Original dimension. Change in dimension divided by original dimension. Now I think you clear about this. What is change in dimension? Change in means after applying the force, the length, if the length changes, that length. That if it is 2 meter means after applying the force, it will become 3 meter. This changes. That is delta L. So the original length is 2 meter. So that is L. That is L. So change in the dimension divided by origin. If it is in the lengthwise means delta L divided by L. So if it is volume means delta V divided by V. If it is tangential wise means there is small explanation is there. So just main thing is strain. Strain. Now I think you clear about this strain. Strain means change in the dimension divided by the ratio of change in the dimension to the original dimension. Here also three types. Three types we are going to study. One is tangential, one is longitudinal strain. Already we studied what is longitudinal. What is the meaning of longitudinal? I already told you in the stress when we studied about the stress part. So longitudinal means lengthwise changes. So next one is all-in strain. Third one is tangential. Tangential strain. See, these three are here also. We are going to study about these three: longitudinal strain, all-in strain, and tangential strain. What is tangential longitudinal strain? Delta L by L. So change in the length divided by original length. Change in the length divided by original length. So next one is all-in strain. Here also change in the all-in divided by original volume. So third one is tangential. Tangential strain. I shown you the example of book. So we are applying the force only on the top. So the corner expand. So there is little change. It creates one angle with the base. It creates, we will call it as theta. So tangential strain is tan theta. What is tan theta? I think you already studied about sin theta, cos theta, tan theta. What is tan? Tan theta means opposite by adjacent. Tan theta means opposite by adjacent. Right? So opposite. If it is called it as B, here delta B. What is opposite? L divided by B plus delta. Sorry. B plus delta B divided by L. B plus delta B, there is a change. So B plus delta B divided by L. So tan theta, strain means tangential, strain means there is a change in angle wise. There is a change in angle wise. So I think you clear about the stress, strain and two property, elasticity and plasticity. If anyone is having any doubt regarding this, you can ask me. We will discuss Hooke's law in next class. So today we discussed about the four property. One is elasticity, next one is plasticity, next one is stress, and then one is strain. These all related to the force. We are applied force. We are applying some force. Then what is happening? What is happening to the solids? So I think everyone clear about this.